Hello my lovelies and welcome to another vlog. I feel like whenever we are approaching Monaco, when I say we, this is who I mean, we're currently en route, there's like a different kind of air and light here, right Filippo?
Yes.
It's just like brighter, sunnier, and somehow like so much more beautiful, which I would say is a good sign considering that obviously we are moving here and it will give us so much more joy to be here if we like it. This trip that you're gonna see in this vlog is going to be a little bit shorter probably than most because we're just here to do a few things regarding our transloco, our moving and official moving, picking up some papers, doing the like final things, and checking out the apartment because it was freshly painted last week, so we're gonna go and see it. We're not gonna go see it today, are we?
Tomorrow.
The thing is, we are still staying in Hôtel in Monaco, and I think this is going to be the last time that we stay in a hotel in Monaco, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully last time, because this month and next month we're gonna fully furnish it. I know many of you are wondering, our official move is kind of like taking place in March. Like the things are already gonna be here and the furniture, etc. before, but since we'll be traveling up until sort of my birthday, mid-March, we are not going to be in Monaco until then. So we'll be living here from March onwards, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, also because that's your birthday gift.
I don't think that's my birthday gift, Filippo.
The apartment, the furniture?
I think you've mistaken it, my love.
No. I'm gonna furnish the apartment without you even knowing. And that would be your gift, no?
I think my audience would be very, very, very disappointed if that was to happen.
I think they will find this gift quite brilliant.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, we can ask them, but I think they want to take part in furnishing of the apartment, so they want to be like, involved, and they want to see how it's going and all of that good stuff. But, well, we'll see. We are starving. It's 2:30 and we're just arriving, so we're gonna go straight for lunch.
2:18 to be precise.
Yeah, but by the time we arrive at Hôtel de Paris, which is where we're staying, it's going to be 2:30, and that's it. Monaco, here we are. Look at this. We're actually entering from a different side than we usually do, but that's a long story.
It's not a long story. I just did the wrong turn, and that's it. It's very simple. It happened when you have calls and 100 doors open in your brain.
Yeah, that's true.
Not doors. How do you say it? 100.
Filippo, you know what I saw today? Someone saying if you're constantly feeling tired, it's because you have so many things that you're thinking about. And if you're thinking about too many things but you're not actually finishing them, they're just kind of like keeping space in your brain. So in order to not feel constantly tired, you need to actually complete things that you're thinking about. Like for example...
I'm never tired.
I was more talking about me.
Huh?
I was more talking...
Okay. Then I was thinking, okay.
Yeah, that's another story. So many things I love about Monaco, but besides the climate, the light, the architecture, I really love the fact that it's so safe in here. I feel safe in here. It's like some sort of bubble. I like that it's small, so it's quite walkable and very comfortable. I like that the food is good. This is very important to me, as it seems. Just in general, I think I mentioned this in my previous video, being by the sea or by the big body of water is something I really, really enjoy. And then again, guys, I think like I would be lying if I wouldn't say as a Pisces that I love the dreamy vibe it gives me of the whole like... Have you watched the movie with Selena Gomez called Monte Carlo, I think? Or the whole Gossip Girl / Princess of Genovia vibes. Also, I loved it here when it come at Hôtel de Paris. Like, it's so small that people from Monaco, they really remember you, and they like know it's kind of like such a small community. That's something that I've like missed a little bit by living in big cities, especially in Paris. That kind of quaintness I love. Okay, we finally made it to our hotel room. So this is the view from the balcony. I really love it because it's the sea view, especially in the winter. It's a little bit moody and beautiful, and the casino view, as you guys can see. But as usually, I'll give you the room tour. We usually kind of, I want to say, stay in the same-ish room because we know what to expect, and we just love the finishing and everything else here. So let me bring you back to the entrance. You can also see a little bit of my outfit of the day, which is very, very, I want to say, very comfortable. I'm wearing this Chanel cardi. There is like a long t-shirt. Well, the socks are poking. These are the Hermes jumping boots and leggings, and that's it. I basically wanted to wear something really cute this morning, but then I had to quite rush because Filippo's got this very important appointment right now. So this is the entrance, as you guys can see, and then straight to the left is the sitting area. But here is like a walk-in wardrobe, which is also a little bit of a corridor, which we'll come to that later. Maybe we'll come back that way. This was the bag that I carried throughout the trip. The sitting area, as you guys can see, I really love when the hotels have like a mirror by the door before you exit. You can have a final look or something kind of like this so that you can have a quick look. Workstation, usually for my handbags. This is the bedroom area. Again, the view is just beautiful. Maybe I'll go and grab a matcha in a little bit because at Fairmont there's like this matcha spot that I like. And then this is the bathroom. Let's get the lights on. I feel like you've seen this bathroom so many times before because I filmed myself in these bathrooms a million times. We're only staying here for one night, so I've traveled with my hand luggage. By the way, I think I told you this during Vlogmas. I got this hand luggage in December, and it's like the best for the amount that it can fit and how useful it is with this laptop pocket. And then I brought my new bag as well and another outfit. You guys have seen it in the previous video. If you have watched the new bag unboxing, it's in the previous video. If you haven't watched the previous video, which is about the bag trends, I've kind of decided that 9 out of 10 times I'm not gonna put unboxing in the title, but I'll show it in a video. So you guys have to watch all of my videos in order to see the unboxings and the new pieces that I get, which I'm sure that for most of you anyway do, but I felt like I didn't want to use the word unboxing unless it's like a very special one or something, or maybe not, I don't even know. I kind of wanted not to use the word unboxing in the title so that you will have to watch every video in order not to miss the unboxings. That's the plan, sorry to say. Let's bring you out to the balcony. A nice little sit down spot. Look at this. Now I'll go and I'll unpack a little bit. Not too much though, because we don't really need to, but I have some free time, so I just want to be organized. Many hours later, still the same day, I'm wearing the outfit that you would have already seen if you watched my Vlogmas videos. This is the same Sportmax dress that I wore when I went to Hermes shopping when we got my Birkin picnic. Can you see the Saint Laurent tights? I have photographed them previously. Last January, actually, I wore them and I still have the same tights. And these are the Bottega Veneta mules that I also wore as part of the same outfit. Now, you guys see me shop and get new things a lot, but you don't really see me rewear them a lot. And that's not because I don't rewear them. I think I've worn this exact outfit probably, the exact, like same shoes, same coat, same everything, at least 4 times. But I've worn this dress quite a few times. The thing is, like, after I've shot it for Instagram once or twice, I'm not gonna shoot it more for my social media channel or for YouTube, etc., just because you've seen it already and there are so many other things that you guys need to see. But it doesn't mean that I don't wear it. In fact, I think I quite really enjoy rewearing it, sometimes like styling completely differently, different outfits and all of that. I'm just doing makeup. We're going, of course, to Beef Bar because we're very excited to eat there. I was just adding a little bit of something on my eyelids. This is like some Saint Laurent little thingy bob. Saint Laurent liner, an extra layer of mascara because I did my makeup this morning at like before 9 a.m., which is not ideal considering that now it's like 7:45. The reservation is at 8. We like to eat earlier, but 8 is kind of like a fine time if we wanna see what's going on as well in town. Now, a touch of fragrance. I have my travel edition of my favorite fragrance that I've been wearing non-stop. It smells so good. The lip products are mainly in my handbag. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get the coat on and let's get going. Coming, I just need to do one last touch. Brush my hair. I need to bring 2 capsules. I normally take these in the morning. It fell somewhere and it broke, and that's very rare because, guys, you don't know this, but in the process of testing Noah, we were throwing, because obviously our storage and logistics company actually has like all the like standards, European standards, blah 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 testing, like in how it's being stored and handled, etc. But we wanted to do our own testing, so we were throwing the packages from 3rd floor down to another person to see that they don't break, and they survived. We didn't want to go ahead until we made it. 2 capsules, I'm just gonna throw it in my handbag, and oh, of course, and the coat. Also, I normally take my Noah in the morning, but I've noticed now at times, sometimes I do forget or I have heavier dinner and it doesn't actually keep me personally awake. But I know that some people probably it could because of the green tea. Wow, wow, wow. 1, 2, 3. I think we're running late. What do you think? Both Philippe and I have been dreaming about this salad. It's just the starter, but yeah, meatlicious. And then we're having meat, both of us. Guys, I need to tell you this. It's not that funny probably to you, but if you know Filippo, in all the 6 years that we have been together, we have only once or twice we've been together clubbing, and that was in Serbia, of course, because he was obliged. But now, as a joke, at the end of the dinner, I asked him, "Where do you want to go out, or shall we go home and sleep?" And he said, "No, we go clubbing," and it's already funny, you know. And I said, "Okay, where do you want to go?" as a joke, and he said to me, "Jimmy's." First of all, it's so funny because I was so surprised that Filippo knows this most popular club in Monaco, because what? And second of all, it's called Jimmy's. But anyway, how do you know, Filippo?
I was 21, you know? Yes.
I was very shocked. But anyway, good to know that Filippo also was sometimes in a clubbing scene. Good morning, guys. New day it is, and I am just currently quickly running through the messages and checking what my team needs for today so that they can kind of, do whatever they need to do. We're still at Hôtel, and you're probably thinking, wait a second, Tamara, this is not the usual breakfast room where you've shown it to us before. And that's because it is actually changed for the next, apparently the usual breakfast room, which, by the way, even though this one is so gorgeously beautiful and wow, I prefer the other one somehow. I loved sitting in the other one. This one seems a little bit too eveningish, or I don't know, a bit cold, weirdly enough. But it's okay. Not complaining because the breakfast is always so delicious here. So right now, finishing breakfast. This is my coffee. I need to get some plasters for my nail because this one is got a bit tatty and I didn't bring any. And I am gonna go for a little walk while Filippo is doing some of his paperwork stuff that he needs to, finishing stuff and meetings that I personally did not want to go to if I don't have to. So I have a little bit of fun. I'm just gonna go to the pharmacy, maybe have a little quick walk around, bring you guys with me, finish my coffee, finish the morning things. And then the plan for today is we're gonna go to the apartment to see how it got painted, because it got painted, I think I informed you when it's finished. It's nothing exciting, you just painted it white, off-white kind of color. So we're gonna go check it out. We're gonna go see how it got cleaned. I think it got cleaned as well. Bring some stuff over, random things, not proper move stuff, but for example, I am bringing a tripod and a ring light that I will need if I need to film something. Then, extras that I can bring already now. So we're gonna store it all now. One thing we're very lucky, actually, we have quite a lot of storage, so that is great. I'll bring you guys with me after we check out from the hotel and before we go to the apartment, we want to go to Hermes. have an appointment, and we want to go to Goyard because I actually bought a few things for my friend already for Christmas. But so basically, let me tell you a story. I went to Paris. I wanted to buy her a few things at Goyard, and they told me like you can't because you already bought way too many. And I was like, okay, never mind. So then I texted my sales associate in Monaco and I said, can I please have these pieces? She's like, sure. So obviously it depends kind of like from boutique to boutique and like where you have a relationship and things like that. So then she made a payment, but I said like, don't even ship it to me because I'm not seeing my friend yet until January. So I'm gonna go and collect it now. That's part of the gift that I'm gonna bring with me. And then we're gonna go to the apartment and then we're gonna head back to Milan. So it's very quick, like Monaco vlog, I would say. Or visit even, but in all honesty, Monaco is 3 hours away from Milan, so it's very, very easy for us to come and go. Okay guys, small outfit change. I don't know if you can even see. Oh my god, I have so much new hair that's growing. This is my outfit and the light here is not the best, but for the first time ever I'm wearing this new luggage tote. Let me show you here. It's gonna be better, I think. So it's kind of like banana colors this morning. I want to say butter yellow, but it's not just butter yellow. It's a bit more than that. How cool is this? This is how I want to wear this bag. I really, really love it. And it's quite light actually and nice to carry. And now we're going to go to Goyard and Hermes. So let's go. Yes, we need to now check out and we need to take the luggage and go to our apartment. I went to pick a gift that Filippo is carrying. It's just part of a gift for a friend. From Goyard, can you see? And then we went to Hermes and I got one of my big wishlist pieces. Oh, it's not big wishlist pieces, it's not in quota wishlist piece ticked off, which you're gonna see very soon. But first things first, we're in a little bit of a rush because we really need to go to the apartment. So, what are we doing at the apartment? Checking the paint?
No, baby, we're loading some stuff that we bring from
like
from
the ring
home.
light and all this other stuff.
Stuff. We're checking the painting, and I just want to see our baby.
Yes, me too.
You know?
I want to see our baby. So exciting. Honestly, guys, you know, when you're like doing a big life change, it needs to be exciting. And when we moved to Milan, it was not exciting because we moved out of necessity after our apartment robbery. So it was not like, oh my god, we're moving, you know, it was kind of like a chore. But life is getting so good because I believe that good things happen when you know, work for it. Bonjour! Can I please order 2 café latte avec lait d'avoine? Yes, and in a takeaway cup, please. Baby, he said we come right away, Madame Testa.
Baby, are you happy with the bag?
I'm so happy with my new bag. It's really, really, wow, it's beautiful. Beautiful! Filippo is telling me that with all the bags, like travel bags that we have, why did I bring this? But actually, this was just the dust bag from this bag. I wanted to say obviously now that I don't have this nail, the middle one, I also feel so, because like I feel like my hand is so ugly that I don't even want to go and get my nails done, and my nails really need to be done desperately. It's 13 degrees on 20th of January in Monaco, and I have never ever experienced 13 degrees on 20th of January. And the reason why I know this is because today Filippo is my family saint.
Today?
Yes, and which saint does my family celebrate?
Saint, I know it.
I know you know it.
I
So
know. Saint John.
Saint John the Baptist.
Yeah!
Well done, Filippo. Well done. I mean, every year I tell him, and finally, after 6 years, after like 4 years, I feel like he got it because I had to explain to him the whole everything, like the tradition and whatever. So yes, 13 degrees on Saint John the Baptist, never experienced before in my life, I can tell you that much. But I'm hot in a trench coat, and what's not to love about Monaco, honestly. Okay, I just want to check what I left here last time. A spare steamer, okay. A spare Dyson, so I can have a Dyson here. An electronic toothbrush. All right. I brought this Magda outfit for going out, but it was like winter kind of when we Olivia von Hale pajama that I love. I have a cashmere set already. It's a new Hermes one. My favorite Sisley exfoliant. What is this? Mask. And then a beauty bag. Let's see what's inside. I'm obviously filming this for you, but I'm also filming this for me. And I say that because I also need to remember what I have. So I have a lip scrub from La Mer. I have the Sisley body cream deodorant, makeup remover, fragrance, face mask. I'm just checking what I brought. Okay, so I know what I need to bring next time. Some tights as well. There's a lamp. All right. And there's another cashmere or something. I don't know what it is. Those items that I've shown you, they're not in the apartment. They're just, we stored them in the basement. It's so much brighter. And it smells like freshly painted. Love it. It's white and freshly painted. And I love the ceiling work here. But also, smells here. It smells of the candle that I left when I was here last time. This candle smells so good. I just put it there. There's definitely like so much storage, which is so great. I was telling you that I didn't bring things in my closet, and you're probably wondering why. Well, the main reason is because they still haven't done the deep clean of the apartment, so there's no point in me bringing everything here and then people not being able to deep clean because there's like things on the hangers. And the second reason is I don't have the hangers. I mean, hangers are the like easiest thing to buy, but this is the first time that I will have a wardrobe with like gold finishing. I usually always went for like silver and like silver rack and everything. Now it's gold, so I cannot actually use my usual hangers that I always go for and buy, the wooden with the silver. I just know that I don't want those like thin velvet ones because in the end I don't like the aesthetics. I want like a really nice thick wooden hanger to kind of go here. This is going to be the part where, you know, I'm gonna have to have it. I think you've seen this outfit. I'm gonna obviously have to figure out how and what everywhere and everything goes. Let me just put down the blinds so I don't reveal too much through the window, but well, the wardrobe is quite well lit. That's really important for me as well. But my idea was to have a mirror here in a way. So here I want to have, not to cover too much of a window, but some sort of mirror so that I can do my makeup here, and like if I want to sit and whatever, and I can even keep some of my beauty things in here. I also need to buy something to line these drawers nicely, especially if it's like gonna be makeup to be in this top too. So when I get ready, I can sit here, have a mirror, like a well-lit mirror, maybe like the one that I actually already have, you know, the one I have in Milan. It switches on and off, and there is, we've checked, there's an electricity switch there, so that I can basically have a nice makeup situation, because overall I also don't want to have a like everything in the bathroom, like makeup in the bathroom. I don't enjoy that. Over the years I've realized that I like to have a makeup station, so that's one thing I'm gonna have to work on. Obviously moving in is not something that like you move in and everything is perfectly ready. It's a work in progress and it takes time, and obviously it's gonna take time, so I just need to plan and figure out how and where and what. And then what I like is that I have a lot of storage for my stuff. I also have here a full-length mirror. I don't have space for another one, like maybe on this wall, but maybe it's too narrow. I'm just thinking for like mirror selfies, but maybe there is enough space actually, because this is movable as well. Well, we got such a nice, lovely, thoughtful gift. Guys, I cannot even, but we don't need sweets. And this looks so yummy right now. I would eat this whole box. This is the first time, obviously, because I don't have the reasons to be tempted. But now that I see this, I'm so tempted. Such a nice gesture. And also we got this. So beautiful. This is where we're doing the biggest renovation, because this was already here before and we need to remove it because it's probably not going to match with our thing. Okay, this bathroom is so girly pop. I love it. It's very much my vibe because it's like pink. It's probably gonna be my bathroom. I can already see that happening. I just need to change a few things because the bathtub here, and Filippo doesn't love a bathtub. He loves a shower. I love both, but I need to have a bathtub. We are entering Milan, ladies and gentlemen, in 3 swift hours. We really made it, and I'm so happy that it was so quick without a single break, Filippo.
Yep.
Well done. And without a single wrong exit.
How good.
Also, you know, that's a big thing to congratulate. So right now we are still at the sort of like entrance of Milan, I would say. Je ne sais pas. Well, I told Filippo maybe it would be not a bad idea to kind of learn French. Like, we can both understand. I didn't used to understand as much when we lived in Paris, but now that I'm learning Italian, it's incredible how much it actually helps. And that I can kind of, I think now I can understand Italian 95%, because even if people speak with the words that I don't understand, I can understand the context. So I kind of learn more words now when I'm listening. But it would be nice, even though in Monaco, guys, everybody speaks Italian, even the police. Like, honestly, it's incredible. But obviously, I think it would be the ultimate goal to also speak French. That's a little bit of a mission, but maybe I'll leave that for my 2027 resolutions. You know what I mean? I don't need to put everything on my bridal year all at once. So we come home. Filippo is actually having a work trip, a first work trip without me this year. After 28 days of being together every single day, tomorrow we break the chain. Before the end of the week, I will be in 2 other countries. So this week is actually quite intense. 4 countries in this week, Filippo, for both of us. Because
what a nice picture. Who took it?
You took it. I just posted a picture that we took today in Monaco, like a live posting. Who am I even? Tamara 2026 is like another person. Filippo just asked me if I need to unbox it. I thought there was a silly question. It seems like something is missing, but I'm sure. I knew it. That's it, right? Done? Grazie mille, because he wants to get rid of the bag, as you can see. Home sweet home. I need to I didn't work out yesterday, but I'm gonna work out today. So I'm just gonna get myself ready and working out. I do have like 2 little work things to do. I need to proofread 1 text. I need to finish the schedule for the blog for February. Those are the 2 things that I still have on my to-do list. So I'm gonna finish them as up, and then I'm probably gonna get on the treadmill. By the way, this bag, today I wore it for the first time, and I really love it. Okay guys, we're here now. It is not a run, as you will see. Didn't do that much, but it's a hot girl walk with a 6 gradient, 6 speed. Done it a little bit longer than I do usually, to be very honest with you, just because I skipped my workout yesterday and I really felt like doing a bit longer today. That's the beauty about being able to listen to your own body. I don't think I've really vlogged yesterday. We sort of arrived home. I showed you a little bit of like us unpacking, and I headed straight into our home gym, worked out a little bit. Actually, no, I worked out quite a bit yesterday. I did some weights, I did lots of different things, and then I just felt really good. Like, you know, I realized one thing. The part of workout I don't love is the part when I'm getting into the leggings. And then once I'm in the leggings, I'm okay to go. But it's like getting into the leggings is the part that I find annoying. So I just remind myself that in 15 seconds it'll be over. And the part that I'm already on the treadmill is absolutely fine. Like, of course I do the workout. So it's just like getting there that is the problem. Plus, I realized that after workout, I feel so good that I wouldn't say like, oh my God, I love working out, or, oh, I'm so addicted to this feeling after. Not yet. I don't know if that's even possible for me to ever get there, okay? Right now, I'm solely relying on my discipline, which is what I spoke about in the previous videos. But I'm really relying just on discipline right now. So every single day that I get on that treadmill, afterwards I do feel great because I'm looking forward to the shower. And then in the shower, like, I remove my makeup. Afterwards I do my skincare. I also moisturize, and then I just feel so great. So yeah, I wanted to answer a few questions that I've received after Old Monaco Talk, right? So a lot of you have asked us like, oh my God, like, is that it? Is it goodbye to Milan? Blah, 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 blah. And I think I've answered to a lot of those questions already on my TikTok, because I spoke about how important and how nice for me is to have a big body of water in the city where I live, which is something that I miss in Milan. I believe there is a river in Milan, somewhere in Navigli, I don't know, very small, limited. I don't know, it's not like other Italian cities even. Like Rome has Tibor, we say in Serbian, Tavere. Florence has Arno. You know, it's like a river. It's an actual river, right? But I feel like in Milan, there's a lack of that water. And I've spoken about this before. I grew up on Danube, and after that, I moved to a city called Brighton, which is on the seaside. And seeing the sea and the water every single day, trust me, there's something different with the cities that are on water. There's like a different energy, there's different air, there's just like everything's different, and that's something that I'm personally looking forward to so much. I just think everything is so beautiful in Monaco. I love spending time there. I always have such high vibes there, and besides that, I also feel very safe there. It's a place where you can, like, I don't know, like wear your nice things and enjoy them. And I feel like the community is quite nice because so far we've spent a lot of time there during like summers, sometimes also during winter, whatever. But people are very kind. Like they would approach me and we would speak, and they're very much like, if you need this, like I'm here, and if you need, like, very helpful, and very much there's that whole community feel, which I think is really, really beautiful. So yeah, that's like my general opinion about Monaco. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm thinking of bringing this video to the end, but I have a few things to do. If you want to know why I haven't vlogged today, one of them is I actually was working so much on the fashion month. There's so many things that I need to decide. I was thinking if I should change the hotel where I'm staying at in New York, because I've been staying at the same place for a while now. I don't know if it's boring for you guys or it's kind of like feels comforting and familiar. I don't want it to be boring. The thing is, I do like the hotel where we usually stay, but maybe we should change and try something else. I don't know. That was the one thing that I was working on. I had like few calls. I was working on some projects. I have so many things happening because we're traveling again. I told you twice this week. There is the couture week. A lot of things have happened. This week was particularly eventful for the world of fashion because Mr. Valentino Garavani has passed away, and that has obviously shaken the world of fashion. I think the legacy and the art and the culture and the kind of like reformation of the fashion even that he's done is such a remarkable big work that obviously it's such a big thing. So yeah, very eventful week. I'm looking forward to the couture week, which obviously I will vlog as well for you guys. So we will bring you to Paris very soon. In Paris, I'm already booking and planning some of my bridal treatments that I am to have already for the beginning of the year to maintain the glow, to have all of that good stuff. And then even before Paris, which is kind of crazy to imagine, there's another trip in 2 days' time. Great. And one thing that's bothering me a lot, obviously, this nail has now started growing back. I'm just updating you on everything that's happening, right? So this nail has started growing back. It's now around 3 millimeter long. You don't want to imagine. I obviously have to wear a plaster every single day to protect it. But the worst part of it is that since my hand is already now looking so ugly with this plaster, and I tried ordering one of those like voodoo nail rings, you know, it's basically a ring that people who cannot have polish or nails, like they wear, like, I don't know how to explain it, but anyway, Google it if you don't know what it is. And someone scammed me and I didn't actually receive that. I received something else. So I was like, oh no. So now I have this. The problem is I don't even feel like getting my 9 other nails done, which is horrible because they look currently like not great. But I feel that fresh nails or not fresh nails, my hands look ugly. Which brings me to like one point. I was like this in school as well. If I'm not having the best grades, I already don't want to study. I don't even want to try because I feel like this is not where I'm good. But if I have the best grades in this subject, I want to do even better. Am I the only one that's like this? So I feel like if my hands are beautiful and tanned and moisturized, I want to have the most beautiful nails. Like, especially after I got engaged, I was like getting my nails done like non-stop, like so that they always look beautiful. But now with this plaster, I'm like not even bothered to book a nail appointment because I'm like, who's gonna look at my nails when they look like this? Also demotivated to like put jewelry on, you know what I mean? I don't want to like pity party. I promise you this is very annoying for me right now. I'm really displeased about this nail, and it does not look cute. So that's a little update on me, on the life in Monaco, on the life in Milano, on the future plans. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any other questions. I can always film a little Q&A or like include it in a vlog or something. What is this trend? Whatever you guys want to see, to explain and kind of bring you guys with me and show you more the process of everything that's in my head. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!